Buzz in the air so clear. Gem and Dame got the vibe you hear. News unfolds with a twist and a laugh. Hot squad's here to guide your path. Drip drops under neon skies, breaking it down with no disguise. Join the fam, the squad is lit. Late night truce with the West Coast hit. Scroll the feed while the city sleeps. Stories run deep, but we sow what we reap. Gems got the mic and Dame's got the flow. Late night drip with the glow we throw. Drip drops under neon sky, breaking it down with no disguise. Join the fam, the squad is lit. Late night truce with the West Coast hit. Hot squads calling, better sub right now. Turn the dial up, it's the golden vow. From headlines to punchlines, will you make it clear? Your late night dose of what you wanna hear. Drip drops under neon skies, breaking it down with no disguise. Join the fam, the squad is lit. Late night truce with the West Coast hit.
They start to glow. Gem and Dame with the late night flow. Hot squad moves, we're breaking the code. Tuning tight for the stories they load. Oh, late night drip, we ride the wave. News so slick, you misbehave. Join the squad, sub up, don't stray. Script, turn the tables around. Every headline's got a brand new sound. West Coast breeze with the city bound vibe. Hot squad energy, come take the ride. Late night drip, we ride the wave. News so slick, you'll misbehave. Join the squad, sub up, don't stray. Fam in the house, we here to stay. Whispers echo under moonlit skies. Gem and Dame bring truth, no disguise. Through the static, their voices rise. Odd squad, sharp with eagle eye. Late night drip, we ride the wave. News so slick, you'll misbehave. Join the squad, sub up, don't stray. Fam in the house, we here to stay. days they start to
Raindrops fall on city pavement, washing secrets in the dark. Daily drip, the crowd's amazement. Knowledge streaming comes to spark. Thunder in the nighttime sky.
Get them ready. What up? What up?
Hey y'all, welcome to our Daily Drip Show. I am your co-host Jim Jones, and along with me is my brother, Plain Dame. We in here real late with that midnight drip.
What's good? What's good, family? Day drippers. I know I ain't give you guys any feedback on that courtesy common sense car ride. But it's been a long week, but we got a great show for you guys today. Thank you for tuning in with us. Appreciate it.
Very much so. So yes, and along with us is the producer. You'll get to hear him eventually chiming in as he always does. Cash advance, cash is pay, cash me
Check low.
outside. No, I'm just kidding.
Check low. That's my dog.
So you'll hear him popping in and out, every now and then. But for now, like I said, y'all got us, the hosts of your show. Make sure y'all check out the socials below right there. Check those out. We are everywhere. Check us out. We're very happy for y'all to be here. And make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, share this with a few folks that you know. And we're here with that drip. Dame, do you have anything that you want to shout out for any socials or anything that you got going on before we go ahead and head into our topics?
Well, I will say, on a sad note, drippers, my brother passed away Monday. So that's part of the reason why I kind of just kind of kept it low this week. A lot of family time. Kudos to the job. They told me stay home, deal with the family, make sure everybody was cool. So rest in peace, Khalil. My New York producer. Shout out to Mystery Studios. He was very instrumental in that movement up there. He actually is one of the last people to record DMX before his untimely demise. So rest in peace to my brother. Outside of that, just been pretty much just digging into the year, man. I feel like the summer done escaped us. It's like already August. Like we flew through this year.
It was.
Flew through this year.
It was pretty fast. Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you for sharing that with us. We very much appreciate it. And, we're here to make sure that we shout out where we can and, give y'all the drip that y'all been waiting for. Y'all wait all week. If you don't know, now you know that we drip every Friday night with that late night drip. Depends between 11 and midnight EST. So our West Coast folks is not as late for y'all, but our East Coast folks, we giving y'all that late drip. Speaking of late drip, let's go ahead and get into the people's briefing. So, do you want to discuss Trump and Powell, or do you want to talk about Walmart? Which one we rolling with?
I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm trumped out this week. Okay. I definitely want to talk about that Walmart situation because I feel like the media didn't really do the best job covering that from the standpoint of what I wanted to hear. In terms of how that ended. We know about what happened, so to speak, for y'all. You all that's watching, you're gonna see, but how it ended, how everything concluded, I feel like it wasn't touched on properly, in my opinion. So I definitely want to get into that.
Yeah, so I mean, from courtroom chaos to aisle 7, this is where we're going to see Georgia citizens say, "We packed that heat and them canned goods." Cassius Clay, roll that clip.
And breaking news out of Traverse City, a stabbing spree at a Walmart leaving 11 people injured.
So apparently, America just got its own episode of The Purge, Knife Edition, right inside a Walmart. Yeah, you heard that right. A man with a folding knife went full Michael Myers in Traverse City, Michigan, stabbing not one, not two, but 11 people in a Walmart before someone finally said, "Nah, not today," and stopped him. The only way you stop a psychopath with a knife.
That's crazy.
With a gun. But
there you go.
You wouldn't know that if you watch most of the news coverage. They're allergic to saying the word gun unless it's in the same sentence as ban. Let's roll the news footage and then I'll tell you what really happened.
As I mentioned,
okay, so
11 people currently
so
being treated.
Go ahead and talk really quick. Okay, so for y'all, the relevance, just want to pop in before we get into what happened. The relevance of this is that we always hear about Second Amendment in a sense of like someone came into an establishment and opened fire. In this situation, it is not that. So that is why we're covering this. Colin Noir, shout out to him. He is a two-way advocate, and he basically already has this content. So we're just going to go ahead and reuse that. Dame, you got anything you want to add before we roll the clip?
Other than shout out to those stand your ground states like Georgia is. Same thing that saved those people at that Walmart, the ones that didn't get poked. Same thing that saved Gucci Mane's life. Gucci Mane once upon a time when folks ran into his home. That that Second Amendment, man. We always talk about the bad part of it, but there's always some good that come with that as well. So that's it. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, so let's see what happened in Michigan. Let's see what happened in Walmart. Wally World.
Are men, 5 women, at least 3 had to have surgery tonight. Police have identified the suspect as a 42-year-old man. We're also learning he used a folding knife in this attack. A motive still unclear. Now, as you can imagine, frightening moments for both shoppers and workers inside that Walmart. I spoke to one employee over the phone tonight who told me she and others were running for their lives.
I heard just people crying and calling their family like their loved ones.
20-year-old Walmart employee Anna Luke says it was chaos all around Saturday evening. She was inside the Traverse City location when a 42-year-old male suspect began stabbing people inside the store. Police arrived in minutes to a horrifying scene. A Good Samaritan is believed to have helped with the apprehension of the suspect. That suspect confirmed to be a Michigan resident.
Coming from Walmart, got stabbed in her right lower back area, and she's also pushed forward and hit her head. She's awake and talking to us.
I just ran.
Can you please just hear me out? No.
So yeah, we can summarize the rest that's kind of happened. So they gave the cliff notes of like, oh, a Good Samaritan stopped him, but they didn't really give. This is like what Colin Noir was saying. Like they didn't say how he stopped him, but if you go to Colin Noir's video, I'll make sure I put the link in the description. Go check out the full video. Support him. But if you go to the full video, he'll show like where they have like basically homie had him at gunpoint. Like, no, we're not gonna do this. Like, you're not gonna do this. So we always talk about like someone going in a place and like sticking up the joint, right? Versus like actually using why people are saying they want two-way rights. So this is an example of that.
Right. And it's also an example of, why stuff like this may have happened in a place like Michigan. A lot of people don't know Michigan is a stand your ground state as well. But then you got your wildly known places like Texas, where Colin Noir is actually, that's where he's from. People don't play down there. It's statewide, folks is going to keep that iron. It's just well documented in Texas. You don't play in Texas, right? But they found out you don't play in Michigan either, no, or Ohio, or Georgia. A lot of these states that we know about are becoming stand your ground states. More people are voting for this. Why? Because stuff like this. You got people like the guy that randomly went in what was that, Buffalo, and shot up the grocery store there. He decided to go on a shooting spree, shooting up a bunch of black people. We all remember that, right? Now, mind you, if everybody in there was iron-sided, that could have went different. So I love stories like this. Hate when they omit information. He didn't stop that man with a smile. He wasn't in there talking about, hold on, wait a minute, brother, let's pray together, put the knife down. No, he upped that cannon and said, brother, drop that knife. And he did it the right way. Because me, I probably would have shot first and then told him to drop the knife. That's just me, allegedly, how it may have moved. Only because I got babies and I had a beautiful wife, and my mindset is get home. You know what I mean? So, and I want to be able to see my baby. I ain't trying to get poked in the eye. One of them got poked in the eye. You know what I mean? Like craziness. So I want to be able to see. So he might have caught 3. That's just my take on it. Sorry, y'all. But I shoot first and ask questions next because you already poked 11 people. So
yeah, that's kind of crazy. With a folding knife. Like every time I think of a folding knife, I think of Beat It by Michael Jackson. Like, you know, and you know, like, you know, he going around doing all that. It's crazy. Like,
first of all,
in a state where people are strapped, which is also super crazy. You know, people have guns there.
Yeah. So what was on his mind? And who was the first person that saw him do this? Man, do you know how many sodas and cans I'd have threw at that? And you have to check out. And we have to check out. Forget about it. That means I'm already there with groceries. That means you might get a slab of beef. You getting everything in that bag.
That's actually a scary movie. Like, that would actually be one of those movies like where they make it a real life scenario. That'd be actually a really scary movie. And the sad part about it is it's not even a movie. Now it's a real story. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah, shout out to our 2A rights. Shout out to our, you know, our licensed gun carriers, you know, everybody following the rules. You know, they follow the rules for these purposes, and to know how to hold someone at point for the authorities to come and not be scared and just, you know, let off because they're scared or whatever else. They don't know what they're doing. They just have a gun, not even own a gun. They just have a gun.
Exactly. Yeah. And I'm hoping this is increasing awareness to make people want to go get better with that iron. Understand?
Get educated. Get educated.
Seriously. Look at Colin Noir's videos. He gives a lot of great info, you know, on 2A rights. He even give you a list of different things to say. Insurance information that's needed. In my house, a couple of us are insured in case we have to, you know, put somebody down. Unfortunately, we got to think that way in today's world. Unfortunately, this happens quite a bit, you know. So, you know, shout out to the guy that saved the day. And it wasn't just him either. It was one guy out there with arm, and it was several people around him screaming, "Drop the knife, lay down, don't move." Like they all teamed up, you know. That's important. You know what I mean? It's scary, but I'm glad they stood up to that guy.
Yep, I'm right along with you. I know we do have a comment. It says, my shirt might be wrinkled, but I always got an iron. Yeah, I mean,
that's right.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
Shout out to Joe. All right, so our next options are: before we get into that, what you got in your cup? I saw you drinking something. What you got?
Oh man, I'm doing this ill mix. I got my you know, my start, you know, the cold brew. And then I also got me some cold water, you know, because today, as you all know, I'm you know, I'm the fat fit guy, as they like to call me in the comments, the fat fit guy. They like, I ain't never seen a guy your size that work out as much. I stay in it, stay at it. And today is the first day of my 100 squats. So I got to do 100 squats, and I got to do 80 liters of water. So I'm doing that for 31 days.
Yeah, I'm gonna do 100 squats a day.
100 squats a day.
I'm gonna keep my comments to myself because all I can think of is Sean T. I'm gonna leave it. Anybody who's done Insanity or Insanity Max,
he get it done though. Yeah, he gets it done. I ain't mad at Sean T. That guy gets it done.
I think
every month I'm doing the challenge. So last month was burpees. We completed that. I didn't talk much about that because that killed us. But this month, and I'm happy I'm down 25 pounds. So now I'm doing 100 squats a day. until September. September is my birthday month. So I want my legs to look a certain way. I might have to kick in the dough.
We gotta do a birthday party.
Right.
Show
That's
for
bear
you.
crawl month too. So every I'm going to bear crawl for 20, 40 meters that month.
You decided bear crawl for your birthday? Okay.
Bear
Shout out.
crawl
Drop
and
some drip in
push-ups.
the comments. Y'all about to team up and be a part of playing names challenges. Y'all want to sign up for his challenges? Drop some
Yeah.
drip in the comments. I'm not
I
doing
do a
it.
challenge every month. They
Oh,
just keep
no.
this is something that keeps me going because I'm always in the gym doing different stuff. I never want to get bored. So throughout the summer months, you know, I'm a couple of different things I'm doing. I'm doing a different challenge and I'm also doing different fasts. So right now we did the watermelon fast. That knocked about almost 8 pounds off of me. That was weird how fast the weight went. I felt like I'm like, who slipped in the Ozempic? Because it went kind of quick. I wasn't hungry. It was interesting. So holler at me if you guys want to join the challenge. I'm all for it, drippers. Come with it.
Let us know if y'all have any challenges that y'all do. Because you know, we might be interested in trying it out for y'all. Let us know. Drop some drip in the comments. For me, I just have one of these this is a zero calorie soda. We're not gonna shout them out because they don't sponsor us. So
there you go.
There's that.
That's why I ain't show no logos. You can.
We saw the logo. We saw the logo.
You ain't have to say
their
that.
CEO is, but their CEO is
sick.
Their CEO is savage. I don't even like. I hate going there because I don't like how the CEO is moving. I don't like how they treat their people. But I try not to go there anymore. I used to go there faithfully every day, and I do not like how their CEO moves. So,
oh no, I don't do it every day. Just for
I
my
used to go
drippers
every
on
day.
Fridays.
Yeah, I used to go every day.
Kind of off it now.
I need to not. Yeah, now I make some of that at home. Y'all look, we talked about that bread, getting our bread. That's cutting in on that coffee budget. All right. So do you want to talk about the Colbert show or you want to get into this entire deportations chat? What you want to do? You want to talk about?
Let's talk about the Colbert show because
You want to talk about deportation? They trying to pay off these student loans and everything you want to
do? I'm gonna leave it up to you.
That's crazy though. Okay, so we can just touch on both. I want to.
We can touch on both. I think they're pretty short.
Okay, so we'll do the deportations next. So first, I don't know if you know, but the Colbert show got canceled. So you know, late night got real quiet. You know, because it has low weight. It's alleged that they have low ratings, or could it be a call from the White House switch too? Okay, so you can see it's very sad, right? Like it's a show that's been going, and I actually didn't know until I watched, what is it, the Jon Stewart show? I can't remember what his show is called, but apparently they're like buddies. I guess they used to be on
the Daily Show.
There you go, the Daily Show. I can't remember
Stephen
off the top of my
Colbert
head.
used to be a part of the Daily Show.
Yeah, and so like I didn't know that they were buddies, right? They're friends.
Right.
And so it's interesting because he's being directly impacted by the cancellation, but his friend, right, is a little salty kind of about it because, you know, they're buddies and their perception of why it's being canceled is kind of similar. Drop some drip in the comments. Do y'all think that they have low ratings, or do y'all think that, you know, a certain administration don't mess with them like that? What y'all think? Plain Dane, what you think?
I think that it's just trash. That show has not been funny. I miss David Letterman. The inception of that show was hilarious. The problem is that it became a political stance every night with him, and he lost viewers behind that. Unfortunately, you know, his brand of comedy changed. I mean, from that transition, when the Colbert Report first started on Comedy Central, it was reasonably funny. Was he gut punch hilarious? Hell no. He was never super funny. I just didn't even think that he was even the proper replacement for David Letterman. That's just my take. David Letterman built a great platform that I felt like they could have brought Chris Rock could have replaced him. Everybody remember the Chris Rock show. Chris Rock show was hilarious. I would have loved to see that come back. You get what I'm saying? But Steve, Colbert became a political analyst right
Was
in front
he?
of our eyes.
Is he a
for no reason.
comedian? So I just don't know. Are they like technically? So when you say Chris Rock, like Chris Rock is a comedian, are they technically comedians?
Yeah, all of
I
them
mean,
are comedians. They're
all of them
stand-up
are
comedians
comedians.
first.
Like
Yeah,
they're,
that's
but
how they
they're
all
not,
start
okay,
out.
but they're not like Chris
Stand-up
Rock,
comedians
like
first.
Dave
Just like
Chappelle
a
level.
Seinfeld or
Right,
whatever.
like a
That's what you put them
Seinfeld.
in
Like the thing is, Stephen Colbert was a comedy writer at one point. And for some reason, all of a sudden it became a I hate Trump rally every night. And nobody want to hear that all the time. Like there's a lot of things going on in the world that he could have been making jokes about, right? A lot of this stuff wasn't even jokes. After a while, it was just I hate that bastard. It wasn't funny. It wasn't funny. It went way too political. And,
Yeah, Jay Leno was. I knew Jay Leno was a comedian, and like the way his delivery of everything was very like punchline. I agree with you, and that's why I'm honestly surprised. I didn't know they were both like comedians. Like Chris Rock. When I think of Chris Rock, he's gonna say whatever he wants because he's literally a comedian. Like the Wayans and like Dave Chappelle. Like they're gonna say whatever they want. Versus when I see them on TV, they're not like getting to a part where it's like funny. It's much more news. I guess similar, like we're like sometimes we have a couple things that are like kind of funny, but we're not. I don't do stand-up comedy. I don't do that.
but
you know what I'm saying? I don't do that. So I don't expect anybody here to think that I'm a stand-up comedian, same as them, because I didn't know they ever did stand-up till like literally now.
But the thing is, his show became promotion for political agendas.
I see.
He's telling you to get vaccinated on his show. What's funny about that? The comedy got lost in the sauce. He put it like this: we hired you to be the janitor. What the hell are you doing selling insurance? That's not what you got hired to do.
That's fair.
You had a job. You had one job, my dog. Make us laugh.
That's fair.
That's how you got the job, because you were reasonably funny. Probably was cheaper than David Letterman as well. You know what I mean? So they was like, hell yeah, get him. We might get him for a fraction. Let him earn his keep. He earned his keep, and as soon as he felt like he was insulated within that job, he straight went left with everything. And everybody was like, we don't want to hear this every night. It's getting old. This is getting old. And I get you don't like it, but you were still campaigning. Why are you campaigning? As a comedian, your job is to make us laugh at what's going on. In a comical way. Comedians rip the band-aids off of what's going on, but they do it in a way that you're laughing about it.
Right.
You stopped doing that after a while, and that was the issue.
I didn't even know he was supposed to be doing that. That's how much I did not know he was supposed to be doing that. So literally, I'm genuinely surprised.
I think people lose track of middle in America these days. Right?
What do you mean by that?
Middle America. So if you think about how polarized our politics are, so that means 50% believe one thing, 50% believe another thing, and if you try to toe the line, you already gonna toss some people off. But just be you, and kind of like when you come to work, right? I don't go to work talking about politics with people because it don't matter about that. Let's get this job done.
Or religion.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And satire is cool, even if you are talking political. Even if you're talking politics, satire.
She definitely shouldn't be. It should be her manager.
She's like, what you should do is put all that in the CD because it's just cash. Non-tax. Right. We need to put this in a hooker trust.
Thanks, Jenny.
Right. Like your mouth should be full, not open and talking. What are you doing? You have one job. And it's you're not a trumpet player, but do as a trumpeter would do. Why are you telling me?
I guess he could be a trumpet player.
Yeah, there you go.
Ew.
Wow. Wow. But yes, I
it was very good. Very good. But you tried to give advice. I didn't take it. It was dumb. I don't want to do that.
Now see? Why is our engineer funnier than his ass was? See what I mean? He gets it. Why don't the $100 million a year guy get it?
You ain't getting no raise. Don't ask.
Please, I need a raise.
Nope. Next topic.
Either one. I'll take it.
Next topic.
If he get a raise, I'm renegotiating my contract.
Oh, wow. Wow.
It works, but
So let's
I,
take a
I need a
vote.
little more.
Let's
I
take
need
a vote.
little more.
Okay, let's vote. Does anybody think that the reason why that show is getting canceled is due to the administration?
No, it's just you haven't really heard anything on that show. Like
So that's a
Letterman,
no.
they used to take excerpts from the top 10 every night and play that on the news.
Right.
Y'all remember that?
Yeah,
Like the
Jay
top
Leno,
10.
Jay Leno too.
Yeah.
They were tapped into
Yeah.
the culture.
Yeah, they
He
were.
just
Okay.
wasn't. It's
Same
like
even with Arsenio Hall as well. Like if
Oh
I
no,
had to put
Arsenio
another,
Hall blew everybody out the water. I
I'm
don't
just
know why
saying
they
got
canceled the
I'm
show.
just
It would
saying
have to be
like
super
something else for
tapped
that one.
in. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is the
Yeah.
thing. The Late Show don't need to end. It needs to rebrand. That's it. Now they just really, I don't think they
y'all
should
take that
shut
he
it
won his
down.
check. Y'all take that he won his
What you
check.
mean? They gonna blade it again? They gonna put somebody. It's
He
gonna
won
be
his
like
check.
No,
the
they totally
FTN.
shutting down. They said they just doing
Yeah,
away
they said
with it because
they said it's done.
Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
because I mean
That's what he
Letterman,
said.
No,
Letterman
the
in
Late
his
Show
last,
gonna be done, but it's gonna be
A
they
new
it's gonna
one.
be another
they gonna
show.
darken it up a little bit. You already know how you do the
They gonna
revive.
call it the late night drip show.
I remember Magic Johnson. Yeah, Magic Johnson did have a show.
What?
I also believe that a beezer boozer beezer
Attorneys at law,
coming to tonight
let them take that
is
name. Let them try to take that name. Talking about
Cookie.
on something.
Wow.
Cookie.
Okay. So I think we
Cookie
all
loves
agree
you.
that I think you're wrong on this one. I think you are a 3-0, and I don't think anybody even in the chat thinks that this is due to the administration. It's just like terrible
Nobody watched
content.
even
Like nobody
Colbert.
wanted to watch it. And
Nobody
that's okay. I
watches the
mean,
Colbert Report.
look, content is content. You know, you take what you get, but you just making too much money to not be having more people watching your show. That's
They could have got Bill Maher to replace Leno, and it would have did numbers. Bill Maher is very political, but he is still funny. You ain't got to agree with him, but you will laugh at him. It's a difference. No one was
Yeah.
laughing at him.
There's a
The
lot of people who
vaccine
probably could
and all this trash. Don't nobody want to hear that. No one wants to hear that.
Speaking of not wanting to hear, let's go ahead and get into deportations because I'm sure people don't want to hear that, but we're gonna go ahead and talk about it. So there's two things going on with deportations. Let me get over here. So two things going on. ICE out here heavy. They out here so heavy, okay, that they paying off student loans, baby. The plot twist is that nobody ever thought would be is we'll give you some money in your loans. ICE out here paying off them student loans. Uncle Sam said, snatch people will snatch that debt. What you about to do? Drop some drip in the. Can I make this up? That is the post. So
I mean, that's like
What's wrong with the
that means
signing
you're
bonus?
joining the government. You're gonna have to wrangle up mother people for 10 years or more. You're gonna have to do a decade in. You ain't getting that straight up forgiven. That ain't how this works.
I think so there's another link that we have. It's the actual document. You don't. I'll drop it in the description later. But I can give you the
I'm gonna
cliff
pull
notes.
that thing up.
Okay, I can
It
give
say
you the cliff notes.
2021 though.
Does it really?
The issue date on this is 2021. So
Is it really?
Yeah, this ain't nothing. This ain't nothing new.
Well, then that's even worse. Y'all over here getting mad, and it's been
Over what?
like literally. I've seen.
Let me go ahead and boom, boom, boom.
Blow that
Yeah, I've
up.
seen. Okay,
Direct.
so
Roll
yeah,
that
so look,
beautiful bean
so
footage.
people are upset, and they're like, "Oh, like we're giving people money to do snatch and grabs," but then, I mean, that's even worse than what I thought.
Who's in
So,
office in 2021? Who?
Body.
Yeah. So all you people that was majoring
Ooh,
in
that's even
3,000
more
year old
tea. I
African
didn't realize.
languages got to pay that loan back. Here you go. Throw on that mask and go snatch some. Yeah.
So cliff notes on this. So you can is basically you have to do 3 years. They'll forgive up to $60,000 of your student loans for a job that you essentially have like an expert.
So think of it, however much you get paid plus an extra 20 a year. That's how you have to look at that.
But the key in this part, which I don't know if the new policy even require this, is that you have to have like some level of like
supervisors.
Yeah, so you have to have like expertise and be approved for it. And like it'll talk about like eligible employees. But that is actually what you brought up. Is I didn't even catch that it's in 2021.
So if
That
you
makes
went
it
to
even
DeVry,
worse.
you get your stuff expunged. But if you went to University of Phoenix for that master's, that ain't enough. That ain't
But
enough,
hold
baby.
on, hold the phone. It ain't even about that. What you just unraveled, I didn't even realize. Everybody's mad about something that they've been giving people money back. Now it is a government job, right? Like all the government jobs have some level of like forgiveness involved, but that's a problem. Y'all over here blowing this up, and it's always been a thing. It's just there's more people who want to do it because there's more jobs technically
Yeah.
for it.
So
Cause
I
them
guess more
political science majors is tired
Yeah.
of working at Target. So they like, shit, I'm about to throw a mask on.
We sure are. What you mean?
that baklava.
We sure are tired of working at Target as political science majors.
Yeah, like she was studying a 3,000-year-old romantic literature major, working at Dillard's. You don't think she about to go post up at the local department store and
Like, don't worry,
snatch
I
her?
went to the dollar store. I got my zip ties. I'm
Drop some
good.
drip in the comments. Would y'all do if y'all were guaranteed to get loan forgiveness, or you know what? Let's open it up to all the people, right? Let's
Yeah.
say hold on. Let's say they gave you forgiveness or the amount they would have forgiven you to pay on your mortgage, to pay on your car, or something like that. The government said, "Hey, I will give you money towards your degree, towards your car, towards your mortgage, towards any of those things."
Man,
Would you do this
what?
job? Let us know.
Listen,
Pay off
better than
my
trying to
underwater gender dance.
right, right. I know you tired of being a sandwich distribution engineer, aka a subway worker, after you've been in college for 4 years studying the science of crickets. You know what I mean? Now you like, what? You ain't gotta start an OnlyFans and be your OnlyFans and not make no money. At least you know you're gonna get some money if you go out there and snatch some people. Some of y'all
That's
good
crazy.
at snatching people.
Don't do that. So okay, it sounds like everybody's like they about to. So plain Dane, you snatching some people for some money if they were like, look, we gonna give you extra X amount on whatever long term big bill essentially you have.
Listen, I'm learning Spanish. I'm about to do whatever I gotta do. I'm gonna be speaking Haitian. I'm gonna be snatching some people. I'm gonna have a headlock. They gonna say I'm gonna learn French.
I guess that's Black French is what he.
I know Haitian. Haitian is Black French. There, I said it.
You over talking about I'm gonna learn Creole. Like, bro, what?
All of that. They're gonna be like, why is he? You working? See, I'm gonna be putting some people in headlocks so quick until they get there. The zip ties. My
he over here
pal gonna be
skipping the
putting the
line
zip ties on
performing
people.
citizens arrest.
We gonna be a team. It's gonna be a team effort. Either gonna be tripping people. We gonna be doing whatever we gotta do to get this money, baby.
Man, okay, we gonna go ahead and go into actions have aftermath. Okay, so y'all want to talk about these HOV out of control situation, or y'all want to get into this Shannon Sharp situation? What you want to do? Because we running out of time. What you want to do?
Let's talk Shannon. Let's talk Shannon, because in my DMs they talk.
We probably could do a whole separate thing on just Shannon Sharp, to be honest with you.
Well, it's up to you. We can introduce the conversation here and keep it going.
Man.
Or we can go to the HOVs.
Okay.
HOV.
Okay, we'll do Shannon Sharp. So Shannon Sharp getting sued again, but there's a couple things going on. I don't know which clip Cash Pay about to pull up, but Shannon Sharp is in trouble again. From what I understand, I have a clip from the lead attorney that he and Ocho Cinco had said something about this lady, and they were at an Usher concert. Well, the lady was at an Usher concert, I believe it was Usher, and they said that her husband would be upset. Sis ain't got no husband.
Okay.
So they made up kind of like her argument from a lawsuit perspective is that they made up an entire scenario. Basically, because like she don't have a husband, she wasn't cheating, like all this stuff, but her face, like they got like her face and the Usher be doing the dance and all on them and all that good, all that stuff, And so she's basically saying that they're messing up her like brand and likeness. That's what's going on with Ocho and Shannon. And then we can go ahead and talk about Gilbert Arenas. Y'all know he got so then Shannon Sharp got fired from ESPN because they ain't gonna keep doing this for him. And then Gilbert Arenas down bad. He in the jail. So let's go ahead. Let's get into that. So
he out. He ain't in there now. This is he got arrested a minute ago.
Well, let's talk about why he got arrested. So somebody that know this better than me, can you please tell the folks what happened with Gilbert Arenas? They intertwine because they're both people who talk about sports and they're both ex-athletes and like this is ridiculous.
Houses. That's all. Like his flop house got stormed in because people do big baller things.
They know? Can you break down what a flop house is for people because they may not know what that means?
What is a flop?
We have international.
In Gilbert Arenas' world, his flop house is like a $2.3 million mansion. All right.
Mm-hmm.
His flop house is not the flop house of your average trap lord somewhere. But basically,
trap lord.
Right. Only because I'm just saying that because Gilbert Arenas hangs in a circle of people with a ton of money, right? A lot of ways that they socialize involves gambling. I've heard about a lot of their gambling excursions. I have a friend that's roamed in that circle who's been allowed to do. He's really, he's successful in his own right now. I'm not gonna say his name. We're not clout chasing on this show, but what I will say is what he got arrested for is nothing new than what other NBA players have been doing for years. That's how they socialize. A lot of gambling. Somebody must have ran their mouth somewhere and said, "Hey, we be over here doing this," and he got arrested for that. He is out right now. No harm, no foul. I don't think it's something he's going to actually even do time on, but it was damaging to his brand. I don't see him not doing this show. His situation is way different than Shannon Sharp's. I will say that. They are both in that same world to where they're very visible. So stuff happens, we're going to hear about it, and they are both speaking on sports. So it is what it is. But with his brand is not going to take that big of a hit because his crowd understand who he is. You know what I mean? He is very uncut raw, Gilbert Arenas. Now Shannon on the other end, Shannon's just an easy mark at this point. Shannon might wave at somebody. I don't like the way he waved at me. His wave insinuated that I'm into men. I'm suing. He's damaging my brand because he waved at me a certain way. So he settled that one case. So now here come the sharks. Here come the piranhas. This is how it always goes.
You want to know what I believe is the difference between a Gilbert and Shannon? Is that
besides age? Sure.
Well, it's like there's differences when you got a woman that wants your attention and a woman that just gets your attention. Right. So Gilbert is like it's like a tale of two cities if you think about it. People love basketball. Basketball is a sexy sport. Tall, slender, athletic. Football, hard, rough, stank, rough, outside, dirty. One person's from LA, got a little bit of swag to him. One person from Mississippi talk like this. Two different things.
I know you ain't just do that.
What?
Shout out to Mississippi.
I'm talking about what he talking about. He sounds like this.
Oh no, it's and I'm gonna say it's some
and you say I'm gonna get up in you. I'm gonna do all this stuff. And she was like, "Oh yeah, slap me in the face." Yeah, I'm gonna slap you. I'm gonna slap the mess out of you allegedly, and then I'm gonna pay you $25 million after I do it.
She's screenshotting everything. Meanwhile,
these young chicks is smart, man. They asking for the money.
Yeah.
What?
What?
Pause.
All the way pause. I have no idea what he means. Hold on.
No, he's talking about Ocho Cinco. Yeah, Ocho Cinco can I can you can add a little bit of flair to Ocho Cinco though. Like
Oh, you mean
so
like his actual in-depth conversation? Is that what
yeah.
he's saying? That he missing some marbles up there. It's
I'm
empty,
like,
so empty
I'm
up
like,
there.
there's dots there.
That's
So I'm like, where's the
disrespectful.
rest of the statement?
Yeah, I was like, go deeper. Where?
Yeah,
That's what I was
but no,
like. I didn't
that's
want
the
to say
100.
it.
That's the 100. Plus, Ocho is still actually attracting women. You know, I don't ain't for some reason Shannon just seemed like he you know,
He's a
big
lot
trick
older,
and
but he's a lot.
spending
Well, he's a
G's.
lot older
He the
than
big trick.
Ocho.
Yeah.
Ocho, what? 40 something?
Big
Is Ocho
trick,
even
you know,
40?
HOEs.
I gotta see how old Ocho even is, but you know, Shannon Sharp is much older than Ocho Cinco, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Hold on, let me look
He
up.
can't be too much older.
He's
He older, but
Probably
not
less than
by
Ocho
20
a
years.
whole
Cinco
lot.
is 47.
Yeah.
Right.
Ocho Cinco is 47. Shannon Sharp is 57. They're 10 years different.
Yeah, they're definitely older. But the difference also is that women are genuinely attracted to Ocho. Ocho kind of got a flyness to him. Shannon got an athletic country boy thing going. And on top of that, too, he's probably spent his whole life spinning.
Right.
I wish I could show
He's
on
been
this
like
camera.
this a long time.
Bro, what? His ex girl. Now you know what?
Yeah.
That's for the group chat. I
Yeah.
screenshot this to the group chat. I ain't
Yeah.
gonna say this on
Do that.
or
Yeah,
live.
Shannon's still squatting 480, 500. You know, he's very athletic and everything, but you know,
He doing his thing, but he's still like Green
his,
Mile goofy. You know what I'm saying? Like
and his
that's not
stylist is horrible. I don't know who
oh my
fired the stylist.
Not Green
Oh.
Mile goofy. That the
He
disrespect.
do kind of have that feeling to him.
That's all I'm
Okay,
saying
boss.
is that yeah.
Okay, boss.
Something like
Light
that.
on. Meanwhile, Gilbert Arenas got the big city boy with deep pockets feel to him. It's a coolness there, you know.
I mean, he also the one who got didn't he get in trouble for bringing a gun in the locker room type of time? Like
yeah,
he's
he
done
got the
stuff
bad
like
boy
that.
persona too going for him.
Help,
Like,
did he actually go to the thing with this chick?
Yeah.
Yes,
Papa don't preach squarehead.
Yeah.
That's what I just put in. I just put.
Yeah, I
now,
know. I just
this
seen
chick
that.
is
Yeah.
allegedly a model. Don't no. I'm
Huh?
not trying.
No,
to
that's what's his face's
that's
daughter.
that's what I thought, but that's not what
That's
the.
that is not that's nobody but Papa don't preach. That's who that is.
Yeah, that's just you know. I'll show him. That's what that was. I'll show him. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I got a point to prove with dating this guy.
That is Kelly Osbourne.
Watch Ocho
Yes.
Cinco is okay.
And look at him. Now think about it.
You say
Do
try
that
to get
even
the chat
equate?
already. Okay, yeah, we'll take it in here and we'll see what's up.
Do that even equate though to what your average athletic star would even choose?
I
It
mean, that
depends
Gabby
on
chick either. She was
what he's
six
choosing
at
is that what he's choosing to say is that he has an actual fetish or type, like a real fetish thing going on.
Yeah.
For the homely.
That's taboo. The taboo.
That's for the homely. That's
the farmer's
that's
daughter.
That's
the
cornbread
farmer's daughter.
Yeah.
He was told all his life, stay away from Farmer Ted's daughter, Judith. And all his life, he was like, I'm gonna get Judith one day. Just to say he got her. Yeah, that was bragging rights, but you know other athletes was looking at him like.
Yeah. But he also got like a whole race play thing going on and all that kind of stuff too. What you do in your bedroom is what you do. He just got caught up because he forgot who he was talking to. Like you can't do that with nobody that's 19 and not keep the party going. Dog, they on social media too much for this. There's too many cameras.
Not become a TikTok story.
And to not be paying. Like you was supposed to go to some kind of brothel somewhere or something and do that. You can't
houses everywhere.
Yeah,
that's
like
not.
you should not be doing this without paying somebody already up
Well,
front and knowing
and
what
so
that's
the last part we'll touch on this is that in
allegedly.
the video that I have from the lead attorney, we don't have to necessarily roll the clip, but I could drop it in the description.
Fine, I'll pull it up.
You don't have to
It's
because I'm
too
just
late.
no because I don't know if we'll get to that point because we're
I'm
running out of
getting
time.
it.
We're running out of time.
This
We in
gonna be
this
an
thing.
ongoing. This gonna be an ongoing thing, so we definitely could touch on this at another time. But
Yeah.
bottom line is, country boy, big
Look at that
tripping,
face.
got a
Only a
fetish.
mother could love.
Oh my goodness, why you pull that picture up?
Cause if you put a wig on it, it'd be a Medea Part 6. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my goodness,
they all together.
Grandma Ma NFL edition.
Right.
So the only
with
thing
a
I
country
wanted to
boy.
add to this really quick is the lead attorney ends up talking about the case. I gave some of the cliff notes really quick, but one of the things he questioned is that like throughout all this, he's over here tricking on this girl, but I guess his daughter got married and he was like, what do I look like giving her money? Like, what does she think this is? What's y'all thoughts on that? Do y'all think that he kind of getting what he deserved? Drop some drip in the comments. Let us know. Do you think that he deserves does he deserve what he's getting by having to pay this young girl out and getting sued and so forth when he treats his own daughter like, well, I'm not the one getting married, like, but I mean that amount of money she could have had a crazy wedding. You would gave her $20 million.
He ain't got the budget for that. That's gonna cut into his trick fare.
It's trick.
He had 20 million for Gabby.
Well, the thing, I'm gonna just say this: like, it depends, because some people have different views on what they do with their kids. It's like Bill Gates or Warren Buffett saying, "I'm not giving my kids shit; they're gonna have to earn it." Right? It's the same. It might be the same thing there. Don't think that you are entitled to everything that I earned. Just because you were born
yeah,
here.
daughter. So don't what you asking me for? Go over there and go screw somebody daddy so you can go get some money. That's what that says to me then.
Right. But you know, if he's traditional, usually the father of the bride is
paid a dowry or whatever. Yeah.
That's usually how that goes.
But not in the country shotgun wedding or whatever you do. It's all free. You're gonna take your butt to the back, y'all gonna jump over a broom or stump on some glass, and you done.
Or go to the courthouse.
God, and chitlins.
Wobbledy dobbledy. That's what he said.
I disagree. I think he get what he deserved on that. You could have just went on ahead. Like, I think some of that might have been it. Also, look at the lead attorney. He's going to talk about God watching what you do and you having consequences for things you're doing.
No, that's real.
So
and you nasty because that girl was way too young. Like, you tripping, bro. That's why you going through what you're going through. You should have literally 40 and up.
He literally reads himself. So check out that link from the lead attorney. He go read himself, even though he doesn't know he's reading himself. So, all right, let's see what we doing on time. All right, we almost at time. So last part, we could either talk about meeting etiquettes or we can talk about marriage being the new wealth flex. Which one do you want to do?
Marriage being the new wealth flex. I'm wealthy and healthy because marriage is the new wealth flex. Let's talk about
it. So yeah, then let's dial this back and think bigger. 2025. Forget the Ferraris. Marriage is the new flex. 2 incomes, 1 tax bracket. That's richer than a solo OnlyFans grind.
50-50 who?
I ain't saying they ain't go 50-50.
No, I'm just saying. That's all I hear.
They're married because the team is a fantastic way to build wealth.
But if the stats are true and whatever percent of people are getting divorces, doesn't that mean that if I'm building wealth, there's a 50-odd% chance that I'm going to lose half of it if I'm married or more?
Well, first off, if you have wealth going in, get a prenup. But what I would say is, and first off, that number is a bit misleading because marriage is becoming a luxury. It used to be 95% of wealthy people got married and 85% of middle class and poor people got married. It's dropped to less than half among poor people. The bottom line is no one wants to mate with poor men. And wealthy people attract a lot of mates. And generally speaking, really wealthy people, I mean, there's all this, it's fun to do TikToks about Jeff Bezos on a yacht with his new girlfriend and everything. But the majority of wealthy people are actually stay married. And the team is really powerful. We're both working together. We're both making a lot of money. That is really powerful in sharing one set of expenses. You're going to focus on the logistics of our life or our family. And my wife's the professional baller, right? the team is powerful. So this notion that you shouldn't get married, or I'm not suggesting that marriage is for anybody or stay married no matter what. I'm not suggesting that at all, but there's just no getting around it. The team is much more powerful than the individual. And if you break down the numbers of people who are wealthy, they generally speaking invest a lot in their relationships. Wealth is a whole person project. There's a myth that rich people are bad people. The Elizabeth Warren, Bernie Sanders, the billionaires crawled over other people to get there. It's just not true. What you generally find among wealthy people, especially people who've made their own money, one of the reasons they're wealthy is they've collected allies along the way. And just as compounding is so powerful with small investments when you're young, bringing some generosity to people when they need help, being a good friend, occasionally checking in, how are you doing, helping people find jobs when they lose a job, being kind. Those little investments you make as a young person really add up.
That was some drip for y'all, as far as like, especially at the end. So drop some drip in the comments. Do y'all think that marriage is really the new flex, and that, you know, to be married is far more valuable than not to be married? Let us know what y'all think. What do y'all think? You know, so Dame, you married, so I mean, I feel like I know where that's going.
Yeah, but no, but it's deeper than that though. Because my thing is, getting married is a flex, but staying married is really the flex. You see what I'm saying? Because it shows that you really have a unified front. You know, in business, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'd rather deal with a man, especially if he's older, around my age, and he's married. It shows, and he tells me I've been married for 10 plus years. It shows me that you can be committed to something. You know, it shows, and if I'm looking at what you have going, and I go deeper, you say, oh, I met my wife here, we've been rocking since this, and she does this. You know, it's an interesting story. It shows me that there is, you know, a unified front there. Don't nobody want to deal with somebody that's just, you know, you 50 and still looking. It's just, to me, that's just weird at this point. You mean you couldn't find nobody to settle down with? But I can't put it on men either, because most of the time, a lot of times, women initiate divorce. A lot, you know, we hear about that all the time. But the fact that you can get with somebody and stay with them, to me, that's incredibly dope. And on top of that, if you guys are both go-getters, that's even better. I mean, I think about Billy Joel, right? You know, he just dropped a documentary that's pretty interesting. He's on his fourth wife, right? But Billy Joel is worth half a billion, right? His wife, she's like a hedge fund person. She's worth like close to 20 million. He said, man, I for a long time, he sat at home chilling, cooking for her. She off doing her job, coming home. It was interesting. She's a go-getter like him. His last 3 marriages, I mean, but honestly, when you're worth half a billion, it's not too many people that's either worth as much as you or close to you. But the fact that you can go get money and we can enjoy each other, nobody's complaining about anything. That's always dope. You know, just having that unified front, that's the luxury to me, because I know a lot of unhappy people that's married too, that stay beefing.
He discussed part of people building together too. So so
right.
if you both come into a relationship and you've built something, and this is of course over decades to get to, you know, the level of wealth that he's talking about. That story is the story that I think he's referring to more so than somebody coming into you ready-made, right? And then
I was getting to that
dynamic
part.
is different. Right?
I was starting with the ace, and then I was going low. I'm just saying, period. If you could actually, like, I can refer to myself. I mean, I've been married 21 years. I had nothing when I married my wife. I didn't have anything going on. You know, we were just figuring it out. I had a catering company, and I was working at the school district. I was just trying to make it happen. The day I got married, I went. My man's was there to.
I forgot about the catering company you did.
Yeah, like I left. I literally left from getting married.
Dinner plates.
And I went and picked up 35 trays of food and started making my deliveries. I was on my grizzly even that day. I said, yeah, let me go get married, and after that, I'm gonna make these deliveries, and then we're gonna go to dinner that night. But you gotta have somebody with you that understands that, and it don't become the I Be My show. You know what I mean? What about me? What about us? What about this? What about trust? I didn't get none of that. It was, baby, go get that bread and we're going to go ahead and go eat later. So out the gate, we already was on the same page. You know what I mean? And on top of that, we went to the courthouse. Not because we couldn't afford to go do it. I just didn't feel like having a bunch of fake people around me talking about, oh, you're so beautiful. I don't like the flowers. Her dress could have looked like this. We didn't have none of that going on. We had people that really genuinely cared about us sitting right there. So to me, starting right there with somebody, and then you guys rise to where you need to be later, to where you went from the 1,200 square foot apartment to the 5,600 square foot home type deal. There's a different kind of buying that goes into that. You know what I mean? Like, so it's a flex in itself. That building is incredible, especially when you know, when you've seen, when you get to the point where you and your spouse actually start looking like each other because y'all been around each other for so long. That happens. Once you start mating with people, sometimes you start taking on their features a little bit, you know, because of all that DNA swapping. You be looking like brother and sister.
Y'all both got bald heads over there.
No, my beard thicker. You jerk. No, but
I can't wait to have my matching mullet going. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, producer. You know, you kind of, yeah. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. No, but that to me, that's incredible to see. That's all I'm, you know, it's a big flex. This to be able to stay with somebody right now is a big flex, and not let somebody tell you I'm unhappy, so I'm moving in with my mother. That's trash. If we can get through that phase of I, me, mine and think about we, oh man, big flex.
Well, you ain't gonna have to do that if you with I, me, my. If you're gonna just mess with AI, you know that's what somebody gonna try to turn to.
And then they cut your lights off, and not AI gonna.
It's the power bill.
Yeah, you can't make. What's gonna pay the internet bill? Not talking to your ass. Going out and getting to it is what's gonna do it.
Yeah, it's really it, man. It's like when people start getting back into vinyl and stuff like that. Is just, I think it's going to make the human experience that much more potent, and people who aren't able to communicate effectively, aren't able to work with people in person, aren't able to or have oration and speak to a crowd, or like our stand-up comedians might end up being presidents for real, because they're gonna be the only people that know how to talk to a group of people without a screen. You know, this is ridiculous.
Teleprompter,
but it's good. So for those who aren't, you know, BANs, as we used to call them in the group chat, get out there and go do what you're gonna do, because it's about to be open season for those who got marbles, as they used to say in what's that Cleveland Indians movie. Marbles.
Webbles. Get your webbles.
Right. Marbles.
Oh yeah, he who can speak. Yeah.
Yeah. It's about to get to
That's
go.
it. So he's sitting over there in the corner talking, maybe I should. Meanwhile, producer, to grow up in this age right now the way we used to be. You over there, she online talking to her online boyfriend, talking, I'm cheating.
Baby, how are you cheating on me?
Robo and never know. Turn your camera off, boo. Let's do like they do on the internet skits. You on the phone with your boyfriend while I'm over here. Crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. I would agree with that. I think it's interesting, but I take that back. I'm kind of in the middle because I can see value depending on what value people bring with them or have the trajectory to do. I also see a lot of people who basically have to split their value because that person brings nothing to, like, nothing forthcoming. Like how you were talking like building, it's a lot of ideas, right? But like nothing ever actually happens. And then now you're kind of stuck. And then you also have the subset of people who are just like toxic, right? And so there's, I don't know the benefit in like people who are not good for each other. There are people who are just not good for each other. So I think that that plays a part in it as well. But I see the value in people being married, but I also understand why some people are not as well. And maybe no one wants to have this real conversation, but maybe some of y'all are better off by yourself.
Like, I can agree with that.
I mean, some of y'all get into the back. Like some people, especially like some men, if they were to have had a woman when they were like 28, they would never be as successful or the things they wanted by 45. And maybe you were supposed to go through this journey of being by yourself and all this other stuff till you like 45, and then you find whoever it is. Or maybe you don't. Maybe you always play. I don't know, but I don't know if marriage is for everyone. However,
let's keep it real. First of all, like life ain't fair, and statistically speaking, there aren't enough people to be paired up with everybody. Everybody don't get to have another sock. You know what I'm saying? That's
a flex.
That's the first thing. The second thing is everybody ain't meant to be staying together because some people are incapable of being able to work with somebody else, love somebody else, and then you're gonna add in a mix of people who grew up broken. So that's another thing. Like so that, and then you're gonna add in family. Like that's another part. When you marrying somebody, you marrying a whole family.
It's crazy because what Dame said earlier, right? Like let's say that same scenario that I gave you, right? You've been grinding, you get to this point, you 45, right? Now you one of these people that Cassius Page just talked about. What Plain Dame just said is, you come up for that promotion, you gonna lead my brand. I can't actually take you because you don't have anything really to lose. I saw this movie, gosh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Jennifer Aniston's in it. And she came up, it was time for her to get a promotion, but he gave it to the other chick. She was like, well, why did you give it to her? And I mean, he's like, I mean, baby, you ain't got nothing to lose. You ain't got no home. You live in an apartment. You ain't got no man. You ain't got no kids. But you got a cat. Like you ain't got no, you could leave me, go to wherever overseas and leave my brand where it's at. So I think it does hit a wall. So I do see the value if like that's your goal, is that too, because people don't think about like the perception of what you represent for a brand. So Plain Dame, I shout out to you for bringing that up.
It's perception of commitment. You know, like
that's it. What you just said.
When you start getting up into C-level stuff, shoot, I don't want somebody running my company if they can't take care of a plant or a dog. Like how do you think you're gonna be able to do that? Or when you have leaders and like you look and they kids is all over the place, like when they trying to present something and then they got kids over there doing all types of crazy.
Yeah, I mean, in this
I'm looking
in this day and age, that gentle parenting is popping. I mean, there's a lot of them doing that.
But what I'm saying is this: if you can't organize your home, if you can't organize your family, how you gonna organize a team of 20, 30, 40, 1,000? There is none of that that's going for real. Somebody else is doing it. It's not you. That's all that I'm saying.
Right. And I'll say this too, as a person that's in leadership. A lot of the questions I get asked, a lot of business questions, but also get asked a lot of personal questions about stability within the home. I'm prepared to give advice on both ends of it, right? Which makes me somewhat of an asset of keeping the team going, because I don't stay. I can remove the personal, but I can also speak to it and get you right back on the business end of it too, right? But outside of that, also, for those who are successful and on their own, you know, it's a flex, but it's also a rarity to find someone that's worth marrying. At least in this day and age, there's so many boss babes. Boss babes need love too, and they also need to get walked to their car and sent home. Because a lot of them are, I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man. Cool. I'm the man in here. Now I'm gonna walk you to your car so you can continue being the man where you are. You know, you might not be marriage material, but It is what it is. If you successful dolo and it works and the bag is getting heavy, you know, the world is your oyster anyways. So
I want to address this comment real quick though. So like Joe said, he dated somebody whose assets were below her shoulders, but that happens all the time. Like it depends on the dynamic of the family though. Like there's some people that I'm cool with that. I just need you to look good. I don't need you to, your value is literally what you look like. I just need you to do that. That's all I need you to do. I do that. And when I have to go somewhere, be there to look good.
Yeah,
when I come home, make sure the house is clean.
Young and dumb. That's
people,
what that is.
Yeah. But also I got
trophy stuff.
I got a homie that's kept. His woman makes way more money than him. They have a dynamic that works for them. You know, too much complaining over there. He the man. To my knowledge and how we converse.
Wait, what? Hold on. Hold on.
You heard me. You heard me. I have a homie who's kept, meaning he works. He's figuring it out, but his girl figured it out.
Okay, so he ain't at home just playing Xbox. So that
means the difference between the kept man and the kept woman is the kept man. He got to put in some work. He got sweat equity.
What's
he got sweat equity at the end of every night.
He a minute man, and not in the bedroom, quote unquote. Right. He's a minute man worker. He's doing temp agency jobs. He got his little hustle. He got different things going in to where he could at least put something on the light bill whenever he need to, if need.
But he putting in work in the room.
Yeah, he out there pounding bricks.
Meanwhile, baby girl pay for the trips. She pay for the clothes.
And when he get there, when they land, he know what he got to do. I hope his lower back is ready. He got to do them deadlifts. He better be elite.
He been in the gym, worked out with me a few times. I'm like, okay,
he was like, all right, I'm ready.
We did the buddy curls. He was in there getting, he was like, I gotta stay in shape, baby girl. I gotta stay. I understand that, brother. It's about knowing your role in your relationship.
Right.
Not you working out for his stay at home husband.
He got to
do that's what women do.
Got to do a cable hunch. You know what I'm saying?
I'm in the gym with a lot of women who be in the gym all day long because they are at home girls or wives or whatever. Most of the time, they just at home pets, if you will. Or I'm in the gym because these young girls ain't about to take mine. They have that attitude. So everybody has their own little whatever and roles that they play in their house. And like you said, look good and shut up. Male or female. It depends on what the dollar amount is on that other end and how that person decides how they approaches it. And I don't want to keep talking on this. We can talk forever on this. We pretty much done went over. But this is definitely something we can expand on.
All right, y'all. Drop some drip in the comments. If you were a kept person, let us know how kept you are. We would love to know. Drop some drip in the comments.
I'm trying to kept, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Try to work my lower back out
baby
so
hit that
number.
Sure soon as baby hit that number, I'm doing 500 push-ups a day.
I want to be kept.
He hit nothing but Mr. Traps.
That's it.
That's
with two shoulder lumps on the side of his neck.
Gorilla rolling son of a gun.
Y'all some drip in the comments. See, y'all want to be kept men and kept women? Let us know. Are you kept? Would you want to be kept? Do you know someone who's kept? Do you like, man, that's dope? Drop some drip in the comments.
Me. I'm like, wow. Me.
He said he's ready for the Sweat Olympics.
Listen. You know, he already know how to cook. You know, he had that catering business. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's saying.
Yes.
Your wife
I made Palfredo today.
Your wife gonna be looking like, you better just go ahead.
No, I'm making money, so I can say something.
No, I mean she ain't.
Look, the minute she start making more money, she gonna be on the show. I'm gonna be like this.
In the back, doing push-ups and cooking.
The difference, I feel like the difference between men and women is that when a man is the one who's making that, he's gonna be like, oh, like, I'll take care of you. Women ain't doing that. We about to be rich and not say nothing. What you mean? You still gonna be going to where she be a billionaire?
New co-host, my pal Al. She gonna be talking harder than Michelle Obama. She gonna be like, D trying to hold me back. D.
You know what's crazy is that she
gonna be
can't
like,
hear
I
us.
hate 5 more push-ups. I hate these men. They good for nothing.
They ate.
Speaking for good for nothing kept in words. She gonna be doing the segues.
Our drippers. The craziest thing about this is that his wife actually can't hear none of this. She only get to hear what he's saying, which gotta be crazy on the other side. Where he's
They hold me back.
Wait till she see this. Wait till she see this. I don't condone this, sis. They ain't got nothing. They over here tripping. It's time for them to go to bed. They tripping. All right, y'all. We about to be out of here. Until then, stay hydrated, stay dangerous, and never just sip on the headlines. Drip with them. Be up out of here, y'all.
Drip on day drippers.
Yeah. Plain Name got that day drip for y'all with the common sense car rides. I'm trying to get used to the name of it.
I'm bringing it back, y'all. This was a hard week for the kid. I'm bringing it back, though.
We appreciate y'all.
Forget, you know what I'm saying? Just make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe. It's free.
It's free. Don't cost nothing. Share with 2 people you like and someone you don't. We appreciate you. Somebody always got to be a hater somewhere.
No, we done had a few now these days. So we doing something right. So go and attack in them comments. Attack!
Wow. Don't tell them to attack.
But don't be upset because I wear a crown because I am the king.
And don't nobody ever talk about you. Don't nobody ever talk about you. They always want to talk about me. They always want to talk about me.
These haters can't hold me back.
Oh no. Don't do that.
That's his wife actually typing in the comments in the back. You tell him, baby.
Right.
The keyboard general back
She
there.
looking at him crazy. I'm sure she's looking at him crazy.
Right.
I love it. This is so funny. All right, y'all. We out of here. We appreciate it. We'll see y'all next Friday. We out. Bye.